All right, folks, thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about a report from the Washington Examiner that says Biden secretly dumped 320,000 inadmissible illegal immigrants into U.S. cities. Okay, now this is on top of all of the people that have come across the border. Okay, it goes on to say here, efforts by open border Democrats to blame the growing big city migrant crisis on Texas and its program of busing illegal immigrants north are being upstaged by a new investigation showing that President Joe Biden has secretly flown hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants from Latin American airports to 43 U.S. cities. The unusual program, kept from the public, involved at least 320,000 illegal immigrants the administration admits are inadmissible immigrants, far more than previously reported. Despite facing a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit from the Center for Immigration Studies, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection has refused to identify the 43 airports it is dumping immigrants at after direct flights from Latin America. While large immigrant receiving cities and media lay blame for the influx on Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott's busing program, CBP has withheld from the center and apparently will not disclose the names of the 43 U.S. airports that have received 320,000 inadmissible aliens from January through December 2023, nor the foreign airports from which they departed, a CIS report shared with Secrets said. New in its investigation is the administration's claims it is keeping the city secret because it is concerned, quote, bad actors might undermine law enforcement efforts to secure the United States border if they knew the volume of CBP-1 traffic processed at each port of entry, the center said, citing an email it received. The program at issue is Biden's scheme of letting illegal immigrants use an app to gain access to the U.S. without having to travel through Mexico. The program at the center of the FOIA litigation is perhaps the most enigmatic and least known of the Biden administration's uses of the CBP-1 cell phone scheduling app, even though it is responsible for almost invisibly importing by air 320,000 aliens with no legal right to enter the United States since it got underway in late 2022, said Todd Bensman, the report's author. Under these legally dubious parole programs, aliens who cannot legally enter the country use the CBP-1 app to apply for travel authorization and temporary humanitarian release from these airports. The parole program allows for 2-year periods of legal status during which adults are eligible for work authorization, he wrote. Upon receiving authorization from Washington, they buy air passage to U.S. international airports where CBP personnel process them for release in short order. All are said to be responsible for paying their own airfare, Bensman explained. That can be thousands of dollars less and less dangerous than traveling through Mexico to the California, Arizona, or Texas border. The direct flight program is in addition to another one that gives CBP-1 users a green light into the U.S. That program, the report said, has brought in another 420,000 immigrants from nearly 100 nations from May 2021 through December 2023. So, I mean, at this point, does any of this surprise anybody? I mean, it's still bad, and I think it's worse than a lot of people realize. But this is just one program. I mean, this one referenced 320,000. Another one was 400 and something thousand. So you're dealing with over 700,000 people that have just been almost invited into the country unnecessarily, on top of the millions of people that have just crossed the border. I mean, this is absolutely insane. This cannot be allowed to continue. Now, I've said before, and I stand by this, that I believe the Democrats think Joe Biden will be a scapegoat for their loss in 2024, at least at the presidential level. I don't know what's going to happen in the House of Representatives. I don't know what's going to happen in the Senate. But all signs are pointing to Joe Biden being defeated by Donald Trump in the 2024 election. Okay, so why not get all these people here, get as many of these people here as they can, because they're not going to be able to continue this for very much longer. And once these people are in the country, it's very difficult to actually remove them, send them back where they were originally from. Now, at the very least, we have to stop bringing people in. I mean, that's just common sense. So it's just, you're not seeing very many reports of this information. Has this made it to your local TV station? Has this made it to your local newspaper? Well, probably not. Probably not. And I saw a clip. I won't even play it here from MSNBC of some of their hosts, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Joy Reid, mocking people in Virginia for being concerned about immigration. Oh, wow. Well, why are they concerned about immigration? They live in Virginia. Okay. They didn't tell their audience about this story. They're not telling their audience about, people being murdered, crimes being committed, gangs infiltrating local neighborhoods. They don't tell their audience about that. And most of their audience thinks they know what's going on, but they really don't. So again, very important to stay up to date on this. We have an election coming up, and there's only one side, at least part of one side, that's against any of this stuff from going on. So anyways, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.